Good evening, everyone. It's a real pleasure to be here, and particularly in person. I know I've really missed these in-person events. So it's very hard to follow up John Dimitropoulos and his passion for core banking. I don't think I know anyone who's more passionate, but he's right. We've got an amazing panel here this evening. We have, the depth of talent and experience in our panel today, spans decades. We have representation from all the major solution providers, and they all have an exceptional track record in delivering banking into the digital era. So without further ado, I'll start the introductions. So to my left, in no particular order, I have Eric, who John mentioned has traveled here from the US for the event. So Eric is the Vice President, Head of Banking for DXC. Eric has a track record of successfully building, scaling, and running global businesses that enable transformation and modernization. Eric's current focus is enabling global financial institutions, including several Globe Tier 1, to plan and meet their transformation objectives. So welcome, Eric. Next, we have Stuart Johnson, who I've had the pleasure of working with at CBA. Stuart is the Executive Vice President at Intellect Design. Stuart is passionate about all things IT and has gained his insights and experience on large-scale programs through working in banks and for banks. You can't introduce Stuart without mentioning his other passion, which is long-distance swimming. Stuart, as some of you would know, and some of you would not know, has swum the English Channel over and back 3 times. 3 doubles. So 3 times. So that's 6 times when you do the maths. So that's a lot of swimming. So yes. 6.5, sorry, okay, yeah. And for that, he has an Australian record and a world record. So welcome, Stuart. Chris Long, over there. Chris joins us from SAP, now SAP Pioneer, and is the ANZ Head of Sales. Chris has been involved in banking transformations across Australia and Asia since 1987, and his current role, he's leading the Australian team working with both majors and neobanks. Theo Albers is the VP and Head of Banking for Infosys and is responsible for Finical's business operations in Australia and New Zealand. Theo, according to John D., is one of the most sought-after transformation experts in the field. So welcome, Theo. We're also delighted to have Arun Shalam with us from TCS Banks. Arun is the VP and Head of Product Management and has made the trip this evening to be with us from Bangalore. Arun is responsible for the strategy, investments, and roadmap for TCS Banks and is extensively involved in shaping the next generation strategy of TCS Banks. Last but not least, we have Adrian Toynton, who's Head of Banking Solutions from FIS and is joining us from Melbourne. Adrian specialises in engaging across all levels of banking, enabling transformation, disruption, bringing expertise gained across the financial services industry. So thank you to all the panel. We're going to get into our questions. We have a number of questions that we'll have with the panel first, and then we're going to throw it open to the audience.